Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Justin Neefus, the division manager of the Cavalier division in the Midwest region, and I was asked to put together a couple of videos in regards to developing new representatives, an area that I am super passionate about. And video number one here is going to be PDI. So, topic that I love, and an area in the business that even to this day, 18 years later, I still have a hard time giving up to others because I love it so much. So I think a lot of times in our business here, managers can look at PDI and not quite understand why PDI is so valuable and important to their business. And, a lot of that is just they don't maybe understand what PDI actually is. So it would be my objective to help us all understand what PDI is, why it's an important part of the business, why it should be a structure, a standard within our organization, but also a couple of keys on how to use PDI to develop your representatives and get some fantastic results. So let's start with just what is PDI. A lot of people say PDI is pretty damn important, and it is. It's extremely important in the organization. When I ask those managers, though, why is PDI pretty damn important, that's usually where the conversation ends. So, to me, PDI is much more than it being pretty damn important. PDI, to me, is personal daily interest that we take in a representative. It's personal daily investment. I look at it as though, just like I would invest my money so that it grows later on, I look at PDI as the same way. This is an investment I'm making in my people, an investment I'm making in my business. PDI is a daily tool that can be used to expand that business and take your office to the next level. PDI, why is this important? Well, it's creating business. It's creating opportunities. This holds representatives accountable. It's hard to hold somebody accountable when you don't communicate effectively with them on a day-to-day basis. PDI is important because this is one-on-one management. Group management is great, but one-on-one management is where you really get results. It's where you really drive people and motivate people and help people see the big picture. If we as a manager hire someone and then we train someone, well, how do we develop them? To me, we do that through PDI. Yes, there's team meetings. Yes, there's key staff. Yes, there's an advanced training, and all of that is very important. But if I really want to develop somebody one-on-one, PDI is my opportunity to do that. PDI, by the way, is never an obligation. I don't view PDI as an obligation. Again, I view it as an opportunity to impact my people, impact the business, and that's what we train our staff here to do, is view it as an opportunity each and every day. We've got a certain time each day set aside for PDI, and whatever that time may be in your organization is fine. I don't think it really matters that much. We run our PDI from 9 to 11 every day. And then that's that, but that 9 to 11 time slot every single day is the time that we as a staff are going to commit to our people. And it's locked and loaded every single day, Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday we do the exact same thing. But it's a standard. It's a part of the business. It's a system within our organization that when run the right way, we know we're developing our people the right way, okay? I do believe there's a difference between taking PDI and driving PDI. Taking PDI to me doesn't really involve much effort. Taking PDI would be answering the phone and collecting stats from people. And that doesn't take any effort. That doesn't take skill. It doesn't take talent to answer the phone and say, hey, what'd you do yesterday? What do you have lined up today? Okay, great. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Taking PDI is not what's going to drive the business. If you want to drive the business, then we've got to drive PDI. PDI to me is like the heart of your own body. PDI pumps the oxygen and blood through the organization, okay? Just like your own heart pumps that blood and oxygen through your system. That's what PDI does. So if we want to drive PDI, we want to pump that system every single day and do it the right way. It takes intensity, okay? It takes focus. It takes preparation. PDI involves taking a genuine personal interest in the person that you're talking with. This sustained intensity, again, constantly pumping that blood and oxygen throughout the organization. PDI is not just yelling into the phone at people, it's driving genuine intensity and passion and belief into our people, okay? And it requires in other words, a response, to action. That's what PDI does, okay? It requires a response to action, okay? So just understand that if we're driving the people in our organization the right way, okay, then they're not only going to get better results, of course, but they're going to stay around a lot longer. If they're getting better results and staying around a lot longer, then they're going to become better, enjoy the position a whole lot more, get more out of the overall opportunity, and ultimately, if they leave, when they leave, have a positive reaction and positive outlook on their vector experience. So again, PDI is important to me anyway for those reasons there. I always say that to our people, our staff, our team, and our managers, I say there are 3 P's of PDI. It's being personal, it's being positive, and it's being productive. So when we PDI our team each and every day, I want to make sure that we're accomplishing those 3 things. So my PDI objectives, which I'll give you a couple thoughts on here in a second, always has those 3 concepts. Those are the 3 pillars that we build our PDI objectives on. Being personal, taking a genuine interest in that individual. I've heard this before, you probably have too, but nobody's died because of too much attention, right? So just being personal with people, right? Creating that personal relationship is key. Being positive, okay, it starts with you. I've had days as a manager where I haven't felt super positive or enthusiastic, but you know what? It's my job to bring that to my team. If we believe in the concept that sales is a transferal of feeling, and my job is to continuously sell this opportunity to my people, then I've got to be passionate and enthusiastic and positive about that opportunity and be productive, okay? The idea of PDI is to drive business, to drive demos, okay? If we're not doing that, then what are we doing? So PDI, all right, proper PDI to me means preparation, okay? We put a good 20 to 30 minutes into creating PDI objectives each and every day so that we're ready to go and communicate with our team each day. We type our PDI objectives right into Web PDI every day so that any staff member in this organization could pull that up, have the same conversation, and hit the same points with each and every representative, okay? So when we train our sales managers and we train our branches and districts on PDI, okay, we talk about the 9 keys to great PDI objectives. So if I'm going to go ahead and script out PDI objectives, I've got to make sure I'm accomplishing these 9 bullet points. Number 1 is a good positive promotable intro. Maybe that's Vector, it's your fast start hotline, Vector, it's your homemaker hotline, Vector, it's money making Tuesday, Vector, it's whatever, right? It's push week, a positive promotable intro to get people kind of into the theme of the day, okay, or the theme of the week or whatever the case is. Number 2 is just to get to know the representative personally, asking personal questions, if they're in school, how are their classes the other day, how they do on their test. I always ask about significant others and family. If I know that a representative went to see so-and-so in the hospital, I'm going to ask about that the next day and how that family member is doing. All right, number 3 is to tie them into hot news. So we promote hot news. We usually ask if it's okay that we do this. Sometimes if it's a push week, we just go right into hot news. Hey man, I just got to share some awesome stuff with you. So-and-so sold this and so-and-so sold that. And the person you were sitting next to in training, they just had their biggest sale yet. And we're ripping it up, man. So hot news, getting them excited about it, promoting what's going on in the organization. And you want to fake it till you make it, Get some hot news from across your division. Get some hot news from across your region, okay? They don't need to know that if it's a new office, they don't need to know that it's them and one other person on the team, okay? Share hot news from across your organization, divisionally and regionally, okay? We talk about their goals for the week, and we tie that into our team goals. So I'll always share things like, hey, our goal for the week here as an office is to sell this. Okay, the only way we're going to do that is if every single person steps up to the plate and does their job and swings for the fences. So I know that your goal, Johnny, was to do 10 appointments for the week. And then we break that goal down. Okay, where are you at so far? What do you have lined up for today? And what's going on for the next couple of days? Okay, so where you are, what's today, and what's for the future. Okay, we'll share a tip of the day with them. Okay, sometimes, it's just easier to find a good motivational quote of the day, and we share that with them, right? Or a tip. We motivate them with whatever is motivating. So when we break down their goals, okay, if I know they're motivated by money, we're going to tie that into their financial success for the week. If they're motivated by promotion, we're constantly talking about when they're going to hit that next promotion, okay? Then we go into reminders. So team meetings, advanced training, order turn-in, whatever the case is, and then accountability. In other words, when are we going to talk to them next? Okay, when is the next time they're going to check in and contact the office? And then a positive send-off. We don't just sit there and tell everybody that they're awesome at the end of the phone call. There are times I tell people how much I believe in them, times I tell people how proud of them I am. You know, times I say, hey man, you are awesome. Can't wait for you to get out there today and hit that first promotion. Okay, so those are some general tips on PDI, right? PDI can change if it's day 2 PDI into your 3rd day of training, or day 3 PDI into your launch for the weekend to increase your pop. Obviously, every day of fast start could be a little bit different, but when it comes to genuine PDI on a general basis, these are really the standards and systems that we use in our organization to drive our team and help our representatives. Hope this helps you guys. Thank you again, Shelby, for asking me to put these videos together. It was a pleasure and an honor. If you guys ever have questions, reach out on Facebook. I'm always willing to help. Other than that, have a phenomenal day and an even better summer. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.